taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, although boxing has been like, there was one fight, that happened this past weekend with Mikaela Mayer and Natasha Jonas, and that was a hell of a fight. That was one of the fights that to me that was like, this really needed to be 3 minutes 12 rounds. Like I honestly felt that this was honestly it felt like it went by so quick, but it felt like it had a lot of ebb and flow to that shit.
It's the best women fight since I think Shields Marshall for the most part. You know what I mean? It was a bit. We needed that one. It's been a while since we had a banger of a women fight. To be honest.
Yeah, I know we talked about the women's.
I do feel you on that, and I'm not saying and I'll add to that a banging significant women's fight. Mm-hmm. Like there might be a few scraps here or there.
There's been like that Ramla Ali rematch was good. There's been a few, but not like a championship main event.
Yeah, there you go. That's why I just wanted to just add that because the women be putting it down, but at the top level, we haven't had like a good fight like that.
I think we're gonna get a good one in 2 months between Tanisha Estrada and Yokasta Valle.
That's picking up. That's picking up quite a bit.
Superbad gonna whoop her ass. So.
I don't know.
I agree.
Superbad's looking.
Y'all, what the fuck is I don't know? What?
Yeah, Estrada's looking kind of. She lost a step. I don't know.
Estrada. Listen, I've always said because they've been going at it for a minute. I've always said that. I mean. Costa's the better looking fighter by far.
Absolutely.
Tanisha, as far as fighting, is the better fighter. Tanisha's the better fighter. And I'm not going to...
I agree with that, but I'm just saying, I think, Tanisha she's looking not past it, but she's lost maybe a half a step. I don't know.
Ever since
I see what you're saying. Like, she...
I don't think she has.
Lost a step.
I think she's on cruise control right now.
Yeah, I can see that, too.
I don't look at it as lost. I think she sometimes gets more aggressive than she has to, and she'll get caught. But it's like King P said, but I don't call it cruise control because she doesn't fight like she's in cruise control. But I don't think she's taking these niggas serious.
Honestly, I think
that makes sense.
I think it's because she got with old boy, and you know how it is, and now they're all loving.
That's true too, because around that time, the performances have kind of dipped a little. So, and sometimes that could, outside life could kind of affect the inside life. I mean, the ring life. So, Superbad should beat her ass. This year we needed a year. We need a year in women's boxing where the top women are fighting and the fights are ended up good. Mm-hmm. And last year it wasn't a lot of that.
Yeah, and so just to have one, pop off at the beginning of the year with Mayer and Jonas, it was definitely ebb and flow because at first I thought Mayer was walking. First of all, Mayer to me originally looked like she was like a clumsy oaf. Like she looked like slow and pondering, and Jonas was just making her look like. Like she didn't even belong in the fucking ring to him, but Mayer's ass was like female Margarito and that shit. So, and fucking things too, even the punches that she was kind of throwing at Jonas, I thought at first I thought, damn, they don't seem to have a lot of effect because I know she's not turning over her punches all that much, and it's like she's, and I'm like, this is like she's getting affected, but. Apparently, that pressure and that size definitely got to Jonas later in the fight, in midway. All of a sudden, Mayer's shots were snapping her head back. She was on the ropes. You can see her eye getting compromised. And I'd say Natasha Jonas though, she's clever though because every single time she took one of them head snapping shots, she clinched ASAP. Some fighters can actually learn from that. You know what I'm saying? And then, but Mayer, I'm not saying that, but Mayer though, for a good part of the fight, was getting hands put on her. I was just like, geez. Where's your defense? I'm pretty sure Coach Al didn't teach you to take all these goddamn shots like this.
See, that's my problem, son. At least you saw a two-way fight. Mm-hmm. So many people, I'm seeing, especially Instagram, so many people act like it was some damn walk away, the highway robbery, one way. I mean, it was a fight of the year. Whenever you have a fight of the year, there's two-way action, nigga.
Right.
Like, but the way some people was acting, even Mikaela Mayer herself acted like it wasn't no, like she just won easily, and I'm like, no, you didn't.
No, there's nothing easy about that fight though. But she showed heart though, because like I said, because I thought she was like, to come back the way she was, because like I said, that pressure definitely got to Jonas, and Jonas was like, it got to the point where I think she got a little tired, and she was throwing everything she could at him, but yeah, I think Mayer was coming out too strong though. But it was a close fight. It was absolutely positively a close fight.
To me, it was a close, clear 6-4. I had it 6-4 Mayer. It was clear 6-4.
Yeah, no, I had Mayer winning.
There's nothing clear about that damn fight.
Yeah, because you had Jonas winning. Like, I mean, that was your prediction before, but I mean,
I'm the only one who picked her, but I still saw a good. I had it 6-4 the other way, but my whole thing is this, because a lot of niggas ain't being genuine about that fight and the scoring. Like, I can't really take your scoring serious if you have Mayer winning this fight, but had her losing against Baumgartner. There's no way, like, your scoring is off if that's the case. It was the same type.
I didn't have her. I had that fight a draw.
But no, I'm not speaking. I'm just saying in general. In general, now typically, that fight I could have seen that as a draw. A draw was closer to the truth than Baumgartner winning. But I had Mayer winning. But I could see a draw before I could see Baumgartner winning that shit. Mm-hmm. Even in the Jonas fight, I could see a draw in that fight, or I could see it either way. But like the niggas who's screaming robbery, I hope y'all screaming robbery for the Baumgartner fight then, because it was the same type of fight. It just somebody injected steroids, or they heard a ring game commentary and said like, "Yo, y'all bros gotta fight like y'all actually hate each other," and they gave us the fight that we was supposed to have with them. Mm-hmm. Because all this shit about when Mayer said the whole, I think after the, I think she won the first 2 rounds, and then that was it. I'm like, nigga, you just remember the first 2 rounds. You don't remember getting hit after that. Cause she got buzzed a couple times in them damn first 5 rounds. Mayer just didn't just walk her down like on some Margaritos, nothing could hurt me shit.
Yeah.
She was Winston and flinching. Dude, fucking Jonas was landing that right hook to the body all night.
Yeah, solid shots. Solid
shots. The jabs, even when she was fucking, and Jonas wasn't even on the ropes, the amount that people try to make it seem. The ropes kind of came later into the fight, and then even when she was on the ropes, she would be on there for like maybe 10 seconds.
And then she'd get off and clinch.
Yeah, she'll get off and clinch, or she'll hook to the body. All the shit that Baumgartner didn't do in the first fight. Yeah. But niggas say she won and was da-da-da-da-da and all that shit.
I will mention though, I did mention that on the preview there will be some scorecard fuckery on here. I don't know if she got. I mean,
97-93. The Mayer's scorecard was the fuckery.
The 10-10 round was kind of weird, right? I don't know.
That was weird too.
But 10-10, I mean, 10-10 rounds, they happen. Although I personally didn't really see a 10-10 round in that fight, but sometimes. But
maybe one round could have been, because, and this is the one thing that's bad in women's boxing, where I feel like they do need to make 3-minute rounds just for this, or if not, do the fucking 12 rounds 2 minutes.
We need 3 minutes more than I think the 12 for now. I mean, it should be same as men.
No, the only reason I say that, because one or the other has to happen. Either one could happen first, but one of them has to happen, so we could start seeing some clear separation in these fights. Like a 2-minute round, 2 minutes ain't enough sometimes, because you can literally win 1 minute and the other person wins 1 minute.
Right.
And rounds over. And you had a couple rounds in that fight where one of them was giving it real good in 1 minute, and then in the next minute, the other one gave it back real good. And a lot of the late rounds were like that. Mm-hmm. So if someone scored a 10-10, I felt they just did like some shit like this. Oh, hold on. Cause like they just covered their eye and just said, fuck it, one of them, both, fuck it. Like, cause some of them rounds were, and if you had 3 minutes, at least you could look at it like, okay, this person looked good for 2 minutes, this person looked good for 1 minute. And then now you kind of, the way you do it now is when you get to that part, you're like, okay, would I have rather been that one nigga for that 1 minute or that other nigga for them 2 minutes? Mm-hmm. And then that's where your subjective and your preferences comes into scoring. But at least we'll get to that point. Having to decide between 1 minute is like, between 2 minutes is like, because even with the light sparring I be doing with my people, with my students, we go 1 minute, but 1 minute goes so fast that someone could easily control a good 20 or 30 seconds and win the whole round.
I do feel that. I did see somebody say though, the thing with some of the exciting women's, like the Serrano Katie Taylor fight, some people think, given that it's 2 minutes, it makes it a little bit more exciting. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I can see both sides of the coin, but
But see, you're getting all these crazy scores and close fights, and you're not getting the separation we need. Like, if they scored fights better, but then honestly, if you scored a lot of these fights truthfully, they would end up being draws. And then I'll be writing fucking articles.
Right.
Cause remember when the draw became the new robbery before with men's boxing, that was just the robberies. But these women bouts, you could literally make a case for them being draws, a lot of them. Serrano Taylor, I had Serrano winning, but I felt like you could make a case for a draw in that fight. Baumgartner Mayer, another fight. I had Mayer winning, but I feel like you could really make a strong case for a draw.
Yeah, Shields Marshall was a little closer than I thought it would be, but I felt like Shields would have won a little more clear. She won clear, but she would have separated a little bit more if there were 2 rounds.
Yeah, if there was 7 rounds, if there was 12 rounds, Shields would have probably took it even more clearer. Like it was still 6-4 to me. Like I get it, but then Marshall looked better later in the fight than Shields did.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
So it kind of like, but then remember we're looking at, like, I think Shields and Marshall, they're the closest to like being able to fight like dudes. So I think we kind of grading them like they're like elite. And I'm talking about athletes for their division more so than Katie Taylor and Serrano, because Marshall and Shields, they're more closer to their physical primes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, god damn it, a rematch with them at 12 rounds or 3 minute rounds would be fucking fantastic.
Yep, and it'll give us the separation that we want to see.
Yeah, but other than that, like, a lot of these fights, they end up, the damn Marshall DeZern was close. That was just a bad fight.
Right.
And then some of these, you're like, do I really want to see 2 more rounds or an extra minute of these niggas? Like, y'all be acting like you're seeing Rigo fight Corey Spinks or some shit.
But yeah, no, even the scorecards aside, it doesn't take away from the fact that it was a hard fight. Like, like Jonas. Like another thing, I think Jonas, even after the fight, like she was in the interview, like sort of like her face was all lumped up. You could really see this, her face got trademarked and everything. Like it was just like
that black eye. I think it was on this side she had it. Yeah.
Yeah, and for someone like I said, because I mean, personally, I do think Mayer is big for that division, like, you know, but she, like, and like I said, I mean,
I could have fought at 154.
Yeah. You know, but yeah, she did a lot there for someone who's like who only has like 5 knockouts. She did a good amount of damage to Jonas, and I know that they obviously, you know, Bradley was on one though for talking about, like, you know, because he was wilding out on some of the shit that he was talking about.
Yo, tell me, what was he saying? Because see, I saw the Sky Sports broadcast. I didn't see the ESPN.
He was being a homer. He was like, yeah, Mayer won this fight, and shame on their man just for not having a rematch clause. Like, bro was really going in on this shit. Like, for like what? Like, why? He's like,
Damn, that shit was no robbery. Like, if that's a robbery, then you gotta say Lomachenko and Haney a robbery. That's not a robbery.
A lot of people, I see a lot of people thought that, you know, Mayer won. I feel like a lot of people have been saying that, so I don't know. I mean,
niggas can't score fucking fights, yo. Like, that's
wait, hold on. Who do you think won? You thought it was a draw? Who do you think won up?
No, I had Jonas winning.
Yeah, Jonas.
Because I look at it like this, like, you got, like, I feel like Jonas won the first half, and then Mayer won the second half. But overall, like, you could give Jonas more, like, you could sneak in or score more the late rounds for her than you can Mayer for the early rounds. Because ain't too many early rounds you could give the Mayer, maybe 1 or something. But then in the second half, you could give her like damn 3 or 4 of them shits. That's why I can honestly see a draw.
I think that.
But when I'm seeing niggas talking about, you know, and Anna herself talking about she won 8 rounds, what the fuck?
Yeah,
nobody won 8 rounds in that fight.
No, nobody.
The lack of output. I thought Mayer won maybe, you know, 6.
And I didn't even see punch stats.
Yeah, Mayer won the punch stats, but I felt like, I don't know. Sometimes fighting in the UK, you know, you saw what happened with the Cameron and Kay Taylor second fight. It's just like in the UK, it's some WWE shit sometimes. I mean, you know, the home cooking's well cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I thought, man, that's kind of a fight.
See, I didn't see Mayer was missing a lot of shots. Like, I don't like, man. I can't just go by punch stats. Like, because me personally, I don't feel like Mayer, like, maybe her punches come from the second half, really, because when I look, because I honestly felt like, because I didn't see the punch percentages, so I'm going by what I saw on the fight. I didn't see the numbers, so I don't know. From speaking from what I've seen, if I was to go like who was more accurate, it was Jonas, definitely. I felt like Jonas landed 1 out of every 2 shots or 1 out of every 3 shots.
Especially with the body shots. I mean, Mayer hurt her more.
Thank you. And the jab.
Mayer hurt her more. It's just like, yeah, that's a deflating loss. Like, that's like, I'm gonna say a retirement loss, but like, you know, Mikaela lost 2 close decisions, you know, in the UK. Like, you know, that's
that's not no retirement loss.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, she lost, you know, 2 out of the last 3, right?
Yeah, she needs to know how to knock somebody out now. Like, she has to.
She has to.
Punching technique and fucking strategy.
Real quick, what do you guys think? Why did she get, like? There's been fighters, you know, there's certain fighters that, like, just in the close fights will never get the nod. You know what I mean? So what do you think it is with her?
Punches ain't flashy enough, bro. Look, that's what I'm about to say. Look, when Mayer spent the first half literally following Jonas around, eating shots and getting off a 1-2 or a counter left hook every now and then, Jonas started getting a little tired because that pressure, mental pressure around the 5th round, Mayer, and all of it starts happening at one time. Mayer's, now that Jonas is at a proper distance because she's a little tired and not as attacking as much, Mayer's able to catch her at the end of her shots more. And that's more so on Jonas than Mayer. Jonas kind of just transitioned into that proper range for Mayer. You saw whenever Jonas was first or was attacking or jabbing in boxing, Mayer really couldn't do nothing with her. The only time really she had success was when Jonas was fighting her fight, or when she fell into that range or got into the ropes. Like, that's when, you know, Mayer had control. And even then, it was the type of control you have trying to put a damn bobcat in a fucking suitcase. Because Jonas was still landing shots to the body, still ripping damn counter shots, and still fighting her off. So it wasn't like Margarito beating the shit out of Sergio Martinez against the ropes.
Nope, not at all.
Yes, she had some moments, and they keep looking at that. They keep going to that because those were like the wow moments. And another thing, Mayer won her rounds bigger.
She did.
But the score is the same. You don't get it. You don't give her 11-10 or 11-9. You don't give her an extra point because she won her round bigger. But yeah, if Mayer wants to get more knockouts, she has to do a better job of finding her range and not smothering her shots and making women get the damn end of her shots.
Yeah,
and another thing, she doesn't set up her punches with a jab.
Because one thing is too is like I felt like Mayer could have put Jonas on the canvas in the final round, but she kept smothering her shots. Like, you know, I was like, step back, give yourself some space. Because Jonas looked like she was, if you gave her one good body shot or whatever, she would have went down. At least she would have took a knee or something. But it's just like
she was there for Mayer. Like, and Pat seen it. That nigga boxed enough to see what Mayer was doing wrong.
Yeah, so it was just like it was frustrating. It was kind of frustrating. I was like, yo, because every time that she smothered the work, Jonas, all she would do was just grab her. Like, you know, yeah, because it's like that's a smart thing to do. Is like instead of trading fire with her, or try to do it, or try to fight, just grab her. You know, and just save yourself from getting like, you know, taking extra shots to the body or whatever, or to the head or whatever, getting your head snapped back. Yeah, it's like Mayer.
And you remember she would land the 1-2 sometimes before any clinching or before Mayer did anything. So, like, I don't know. It's like niggas got to start seeing two-way action in these fights. Like, y'all can't just be looking at one person.
Right.
I know y'all was fixated on the OnlyFans sign or some shit. I don't know. Like,
yeah. And shout out to DT3 the Boom Man, because I know he had a hilarious cast about OnlyFans and OnlyFans not being a suitable sponsor.
I've been watching his videos. You know, it's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah, but no. He made a good point though. He's right. Like, out of all the damn platforms we have, y'all choose OnlyFans, and it's so typecast, and y'all not understanding, like, boxing fans, if they look at you in that type of way, they're expecting that type of content.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean,
no hardcore boxing fan is going to no damn OnlyFans to see you train.
Yeah, like, and that's the shit, and that goes for men too that are on that bullshit too, because I've seen that, like, male boxers, like, stop that shit, because like, motherfuckers only go on OnlyFans for one thing, and just to see some X-rated action. Like, you gotta show something at the minimum.
Thank you. The only person right now who has an OnlyFans that's popping and not porn related is 3D Nati, the rapper from Louisiana.
Yeah.
And she'll show you the rankings and all that shit and everything she does and all that and how she makes it work. And it got to the point where, like, people think they could replicate her process and do what like, it's just different. That's her lane. Like, and boxing just work different.
I mean,
than rap.
I mean, I get it. Mayer is, you know, she a white girl and shit like that, and OnlyFans is like popping, and then who knows, there might actually be some Sims out there that just like looking at athletic bodies train. Because everyone has their own fetishes and kinks or whatever.
Yeah, but you're diluting your own brand. You're better off if you're a boxer and you're promoted and you get cards and you're known and you have a decent amount of followers on other platforms. Just get on YouTube and TikTok and get your account monetized.
Yeah.
Since that's it, like that's all. Like you'll be able to inspire millions. People to see you. You won't have a paywall behind you. You could go live and do some bullshit, and motherfuckers will pay you money just whatever.
Right.
Like the bag is right there, and y'all go and do this OnlyFans stupid shit, and it's like.
And OnlyFans, I mean, I can go off onto a whole nother rant about OnlyFans or whatever, like in the way that it's kind of empowered the inner whore or inner porn stars and people.
Dude. And then on top of that, like, do you know boxing fans? Mm-hmm. Like, if niggas that fucking go and get streams by any means necessary to see fights, you don't think they're gonna do that for OnlyFans?
I'm saying,
like. Come on, like the only person who really benefited from OnlyFans is Ebony Bridges, like her type of branding. Yeah. But it still hurts her because she took it more serious than boxing. So
yeah, exactly. And
then you're not making the type of bread like that over there anyway.
Right, because because like I said, with OnlyFans. The expectation is eventually you gotta show a little something. You gotta show a little cooch, a little butthole, or something like that.
And if you ain't trying to do all that, then you ain't trying to fuck on there. Stop. Like some of these women, like even if they play the whole sexiness of like Ebony Bridges, she would like I don't even know if she's on TikTok, but if she is and does the right shit, she should easily be having 1 million followers.
Right.
Even on YouTube.
Right.
So it's like y'all ain't doing no Ruby Rose numbers on OnlyFans. I promise you that. So it's like, nah, like it's just stop.
Yeah, exactly. Because
this thing about the younger girl, like what younger girls are y'all inspiring? Younger women are y'all inspiring with that shit?
Yeah,
they're not gonna see your training videos. You think some 17-year-old girl who wants to get into a different sport or try out boxing is gonna find you on OnlyFans?
Yeah, absolutely not.
No, like the fuck out of here. Like they don't look at that. That's the shit I look at. Like, I mean, sounding like a father or some shit. Like,
yeah, but it is. Like, I mean, it's branding. Like, it's everything to a fighter. You gotta brand yourself the right way, not the wrong way. Shit.
It's not that hard. Like, oh my god, like what conversations y'all be having with y'all people?
But like I said, the fight was damn good. It was hard hitting. It's definitely fight of the year candidate. And truthfully, since it was a very light ass weekend for that, like it was good. At least that fight had a little buzz and everything like that. And then it was rocking in the UK. I mean, everyone was into that fight. So kudos to those two, and hopefully, even with no rematch clause, they actually do get it on again. Because I would love to see it, and I'd love to see him. Let's do it 3 minutes, 12 rounds type of deal. So best.
You want him to do both? Get out of here.
Yeah, because I just feel because now
you trying to get someone killed, nigga. Shit.
I mean, I feel like it was more like they survived it, more like so like they were like kind of running on fumes at the end or some shit like that. I was just like, I just want the stakes need to be upped a little bit.
Yeah, we need to see separation. Like, I'm tired of these damn. The only other thing I'll say about this fight is, all you niggas who complain about Jonas is holding and clinching, I hope y'all was fucking damn raising hell for Katie Taylor in them Cameron fights.
Right. Right.
All I got to say, because I seen way too many tweets about this shit or comments on IG and shit, and I don't remember seeing all that second Taylor fights with Cameron.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, y'all get it together. Like, this shit ain't, let's call it fair game, son. Like,
yeah, but
how we